Hi boys and girls. Today I'm coming to you from the animal room. I wanted to take this opportunity to check in on Timber, and I also want to introduce you to my leopard gecko, Louise. You'll notice that in the animal room you can hear some water running. So that's the turtle tanks. And if you listen really closely, you might be able to hear some crickets in the background. And in one of my next videos, I thought that I would take Barry out and maybe feed Barry a couple of crickets and show you that if you want. That'll be like viewer discretion advised. But first, let's, I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I have an animal room. So number one, you know, Miss Mastrogiovanni has a lot of reptiles. So having this room keeps the temperature controlled because sometimes the rest of the house, the temperature dips a little too low for some of our crested geckos. Barry needs a temperature of like from an 80 degrees to like 90 degrees, and Leo, our leopard gecko, or Louise, needs that too. The crested geckos, as you know, can stay like more of a room temperature because Timber lives in the library. He does have a heat lamp, but typically he's okay in the library with that heat. So let's see how he feels about coming out and saying hello. Alright, so we'll just have Timber say hi. Say hello, Timber. Well, he doesn't talk, but he's saying it with his eyes. Maybe he'll say it with his tongue. Go ahead, lick your eye. So, as you can see, Timber is doing well. He's been eating crickets. He's been hanging out with his aunt and uncle. So he's doing really well. I think he misses you guys, though. I think he prefers the hustle and bustle of the library over the quiet of Miss Mastrogiovanni's house. And here is Louise. So some of you might actually have a leopard gecko at home, or have seen leopard geckos before, but you'll notice that Louise's color is much different than Timber's. Whoops, she has stripes, and she's got this real fat tail. You see how fat her tail is? She does not like to be held very well. Her tail's really fat. That's because Louise lost her tail and it grew back, unlike Timber, who lost his tail and it never grew back. But Timber and Louise are very different. So Louise is more of like a desert gecko, hot, more dry. She does need some humidity to help with her shedding, but not as high of a humidity as Timber does. So in her cage, I do have a humidity hut that keeps her humidity high when she wants it high. The other thing about Louise is that she really only eats crickets and bugs. Timber, on the other hand, eats crickets as more of like a snack. And then he relies mostly on gecko food. So that is Louise. Next video, I'll introduce you to some of the other geckos. And definitely I'll introduce you to Barry. Barry is quite interesting. And then if we're lucky, we can get a peek at my hamster, Mr. Bitey, or Hamable, as I like to call him. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that little check-in with Timber, and I hope you enjoyed meeting Louise, and I will see you guys soon. I'm really loving the Flipgrid videos. Bye, guys!